Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. This is a little live stream prediction for the WWE 2024 Clash at the Castle. Audio is good. This should be a fairly short video, hopefully 10 minutes, maybe 15. It's a nice short card. I like pay-per-views or PLEs when they're like this. They short to the point, quick number of matches. Not a 5-hour or more multi-extravaganza with God knows what, you know. So let's. I'll give you my thoughts about the matches and where they could lead in the storylines. So first match up. Now I'm presuming because I'm using the Wikipedia, but it's the same order on WWE's site. You know, if I go over here to the mouse will appear on my screen because there you go. I share this tab. Why is I'm sharing the window, not the tab. So okay, yeah, that's fine. So if you look on WWE's site, they're in the same order, right? It's just easy to read on the Wikipedia site, right? Okay. So Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Okay, so what are the and this involves the Judgment Day in terms of Damian Priest and potentially CM Punk, but unlikely. So those are the sort of background Nebula and Carlito and Liv Morgan all floating around in the background of the special match, right? So going into this, we have Drew McIntyre, who has a weird sort of like thing going where he's blaming everyone. Like he is blaming everyone but himself for losing the title after 5 minutes when Damian Priest cashed it in after Punk knocked him out at Mania. And he's right. So they have not made him look strong with the way they're doing it, with the way they are doing this, in my opinion. He's coming across as whiny, and you would think that would make him a heel. But the problem is the Judgment Day are also heels, but Damian Priest is acting like a not so heely heel. You know, it's really, I'm hoping this means they're going to break up the Judgment Day, and first of all, the free Finn Balor from Vince-induced purgatory and get him back from being a goon squad jobber to being a top-level guy. Because he is legitimately one of the 15 best wrestlers in the world. Well, top 25 for sure, 15, and probably top 10 in WWE for sure. And he's amazing in the ring. I want his original entrance. I want the demon music back. I want the demon back. Anyway, so that's kind of what's floating around here. Obviously, we have the whole Liv Morgan and Dom Mysterio thing where Liv is seducing Domino to take everything that Rhea has. So I agree with my friend Joker's voice that Liv is going to take over the Judgment Day as heel faction. Primarily because that lets them turn Rhea Ripley face without having to have her go through the face turn, so to speak. And so what does that get us this match? Long-term story building, it's better that Damian Priest wins here. Because it's in Scotland and Drew McIntyre is getting a big push, I think they're gonna put him over here. Okay? Because Damian Priest, he's in his mid-40s, if I remember correctly, 43 or something, maybe 44. So he's got a bit of a push lately. Let's just double check that. Let's just make sure I got the right age here. So born 82, so 92, 2002, 2012. Yeah, so he's about 43 years old right now. Okay, so he is past the point. And what's Drew? Is Drew the same age? Drew's about 3 or 4 years. So Drew's like 38. So a wrestler in their 40s is probably past their main push unless they're an all-time great. And Damian Priest is not an all-time great. Whereas Drew McIntyre, in terms of an in-ring skill, legit is. Okay? Meaning he's a tier 3 guy, what I call. Anyway, so I'm going to say that Drew McIntyre goes over here. Because I think one thing to reflect on here is that, hey, Nosferatu Dempsey. Well, it's that was a nice appearance by Gangrel in that was a great match. It's a shame that Edge hurt himself with that stupid. I mean, he knows he's 45. If you're gonna, that was a stupid move for him to do, to jump off the top of the cage like that. Just jump off the top rope like a sane 45, 50-year old. You know, uh, WWE is also moving away from PG. They can't go full out of PG because they're still on USA. But when they go to Netflix they start Netflix in January, they're going to be away from PG. I watch WWE, I watch AEW, I watch TNA, and I watch Ring of Honor, which is kind of like AEW because Tony Khan owns them both. And I catch some Japan, I catch some NXT and some New Japan when I can, you know. And plus, there's random stuff that shows up on YouTube, which is pretty cool too. Kind of. I mean, to me, the golden age of wrestling was the original ECW. Okay, that was peak wrestling, right? I would rank it this way: original ECW, then Lucha Underground, then Attitude Era WWE, then very closely NWO, early NWO era, like of WCW before Ted Turner sold them to did with the merger and sold them and all that, you know. So those are kind of like my periods of wrestling. Then I guess the fifth would be the '80s WWE with all, you know, with wrestling becoming big and all that. Um. Anyway, back to predictions. Based on the fact, I think one thing we're going to see going forward is that Triple H is going to break up. Yep, Triple H is going to break up a lot of Vinceisms. Right, that's what he's done it behind the scenes. He's got his people in place. I think now we're going to see the storylines all now shift to stuff. So I think the Judgment Day, as currently structured, probably going to go away. There may still be something called the Judgment Day 6 months from now, but it's not going to be this odd job squad for Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Okay. So with that being said, I think Drew McIntyre goes over here, takes the title, then goes into a program eventually goes into a program with CM Punk, and Punk eventually gets the title from him a few events down the line. So our next match, Bayley versus Piper Niven. I'll be blunt about this one. I have followed Piper Niven on and off for probably 10 years now. She's a top. She's probably one of the top 5 big women wrestlers of my lifetime. Okay, if you know what Oh My God wrestling highlights are, she has a lot of amazing highlights for a woman wrestler in those videos. Obviously, she's been around a while. She's 38, 30 and 91, so she's about 30, 25, 30. She's 33. Makes sense. So, and what was Bayley? Let's see here. Bayley's, I was about to say maybe good. For purposes of storyline, Piper should get this title. And then maybe they should have a program with Bayley where Bayley comes back. The problem is Bayley's a face, and she's not generating like you want to generate. So you want to generate a chase. Rhea, you got to understand with women and builds like. So if you want to know objectively, Jordynne Grace is about as far as I'd be willing to go with doing it with a women bodybuilder type. Okay, so Rhea Ripley is certainly less built than Jordynne Grace, and I'd pound Rhea. I don't think Rhea is as attractive as other women. I don't think. Then again, she deliberately uses makeup to make her look more menacing. You know, and also she, you know, you got to understand if they cut body fat, most women will look very built. You know, just when your body fat, most people have tone. It's just the body fat covers it. Anyway, so Piper Niven versus Bayley. My instinct says that Bayley is going to win this one, but I feel bad for China. That was back. She was obviously had mental health issues, and you know, that was an era when with drugs and all that sort of stuff, and people were encouraging her. And I feel bad for X-Pac too. I mean, you know, like they were both on drugs. They were both mental health problems, and I mean, it's funny. Like back then, it was funny, you know, and titillating. Now it's just kind of sad, you know. It's really kind of sad. So to give my final prediction on Bayley versus Piper Niven, I think Bayley is going to win or at least retain the title. It might be nice if somehow, I don't know. Yeah, Bayley's going to win, and it's sad because for the betterment of the W Women's Championship storyline, Piper Niven should win this. Okay, because she's a heel, and that belt needs heel heat. Okay. It was proper for Bayley to get it from Io with the heel heat and the betrayal and the face turn. Fine. Now Bayley's not generating anything on it. As for a face has to do a thing where they face all comers with the belt and build up the set that they can beat anyone. You know, she's not doing that right now, and so you got to generate heat on the belt to make the belt popular. You know, so Bayley's going to get it. Piper should get it. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable, right? This is a tough one. A lot of people saying Chad Gable is going to get it here. I don't think so. I think this is Chad's final run in the WWE. I think when his contract's up, he's leaving, either retire or to go into developmental or to go indie. Sami is on a run right now. He's popular. He's putting face heat, so to speak, on the belt. He's fighting everyone that'll come across. Plus, Sami has been given signs in interviews that this is his last hurrah. So I'm suspecting all that combined, Sami's going to keep the IC title. They don't want the IC title to become like hand off every 2 months again, right? So I suspect Sami's going to keep this title for probably 6 months or so, which would put him losing it in maybe one of the late fall pay-per-views in preparation, you know. So I'm saying Sami goes over, and then I think we get the Otis eruption and betrayal of Otis face turn maybe on Monday Night Raw. I think we get that. That being said, I would do something totally different with Otis. Instead of face turning him, I would double heel turn him. Meaning, when Otis snaps at Gable, he snaps at everyone. He starts cripple. He puts all the members of the Alpha Academy in the hospital, including Chad, and puts Sami out for a week or two, and takes out the ring announcers. Have it be a full dark turn, and let Otis just be a mean, nasty heel like that for three to 6 months or so, before somehow he then makes a new friend or something and calms him down. Get that negative heat on him. So you know what I mean. You know. So Sami's going over on this one, in my thought. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. AJ, they're going to keep the belt on Cody, at least till SummerSlam. That being said, AJ should get the belt. He's a heel. He knows how to be a heel. He is a better wrestler than Cody. Even in slight decline, AJ is still a top 5 wrestler in the world. Cody has never been a top 5 wrestler in the world. I respect Cody Rhodes. He got a lot better after he left WWE and went to AEW and learned to do more stuff than, you know. But my prediction is Cody will get the belt. AJ should get the belt. And this last cluster frack, this should be the second match, basically, because this is your bathroom match. No one cares. Other than the fact that one or two of these women are attractive, no one cares about this match, okay? Bianca Belair is going to carry most of her team. You know, I guess if they really want to get Jade Cargill off TV, they could have Baszler give her a kayfabe injury and knock her out, so to speak. And then let Belair go back to singles, which is what they all want her in. And then Cargill can just be in developmental for 2 or 3 months while she learns how to wrestle. You know, I think Belair and Cargill are going to retain. I think Baszler and Zoe Stark should win because they're the best heels out of these 3 groups. So that's Clash of the Castle. Any wrestling questions? Okay, now I will. I want to just check out. So my next wrestling. TNA. I'll do a wrestling follow up. I think there's a TNA event. Okay, 2024, June 14th. So tonight there's a TNA event against all odds. I'm going to stop this video. Guys, so I'm going to stop this live stream and be immediately back on with a separate video to talk about TNA against all odds. Okay? So bear with me. I'll be right back, but I want these to be separate videos. Okay? So that's it. I'll be back in 5 minutes with the TNA against all odds commentary.